What is life? I guess you have asked yourself this question over and over again, and possibly you have your own definition of what life is. Many individuals have the way they see life, and their definition of life then becomes the foundation upon which they build their entire existence here on earth. But it is important you understand that your definition of life must have various implications on every decision that you make at the end of the day. And you may have either a positive definition of what life is or a negative definition of what life means. But what is life? On the podcast today, I want to share with you 4 basic definitions of life that people have had and the implication of these definitions on your decisions and what you need to do in order for you to become successful. So let me know in the comment section, what is your definition of life? Now, number 1, to some people, life is a game. If life is a game, then you must know the rules. You must understand the levels or the stages. You must know the tricks and challenges of the game. This is a true definition of life. And there are many people who see life as a game. Now, if that is your definition of life, then it is important you understand that rules and laws govern the universe. And these rules and laws can either work against you or work in your favor. So when someone defines life as a game, or maybe you define life as a game, what does that mean? How should your mindset be? If you're going to see life as a game, then what is your mindset? So what are the rules that governs the game of life? Let me share 3 with you. Number 1 is the law of sowing and reaping. You are where you are today, right now, because of the decisions cumulatively that you have made throughout your life. So you have to understand that whatever you sow, so shall you reap. So if you see life as a game, then one of the laws of the game of life is the law of sowing and reaping. It is the principle of sowing and reaping. If you sow hard work, dedication, honesty, integrity, trustworthiness, then you're going to reap success, opportunities, access, and whatever thing that you want in life. That is the first thing. If you see life as a game, then you must understand the law of sowing and reaping. Number 2, if you see life as a game, then you have to understand the law of causes and effect. There is no smoke without fire. There is no action without a reaction. Whatever it is that you do, there is going to be an opposite reaction. This is a fundamental rule of life. So you cannot just get up and do anything you want and think that there will not be any cause and effect. If you speak against somebody in a manner that you are not supposed to speak, don't expect that the person will take it, swallow it, and go away. No, you are going to have an effect of it. If you walk around and you are supposed to study, you are supposed to work hard, you are supposed to be investing, and you don't do these things, then the effect is going to be poverty, failure, misery at the end of the day. There is the law of causes and effects, and that is closely related to the law or principle of sowing and reaping. Number 3, practice makes one perfect. If you see life as a game, that means that in order for you to become a master of the game, in order for you to know all the rules of the game, be able to go through all the levels of the game and ultimately win the prize, it requires practice. That requires sacrifice. That requires dedication. So you need to understand that you cannot just get up and become a master of something overnight. It is going to take some time. It is going to take some sacrifices. But one rule that you must understand is practice makes one perfect. So if you want to become a public speaker, you want to become an educator, you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to become a C-level executive, whatever it is that you want to become, you need to dedicate some time into developing your skills, developing your talent, learning the rules of the games, learning how you need to position yourself in order for you to become a mastery in that industry, in that sector, so you become an authority or a celebrity in that sector that everybody will look up to. These are the 3 things that you need to understand if you see life as a game. Second definition that you hear a lot of people give about life is a journey. This is another fundamental definition. People are like, hey, life is a journey. Now, if you have this mindset that life is a journey, what does that mean? It means that then you will be patient and persistent in whatever you do. And this is a key quality of becoming successful. If life is a journey, you will be patient, but you'll be persistent. What does that mean? It means that yes, it is not going to be happening now, but you know it's a journey. It is not going to be happening today, but you know definitely it's going to be happening. So you're not going to give up. You will keep on working. You will keep on sacrificing. You will keep on persisting, even if you fail. Even if things don't go your way, you still keep on trying again. You don't throw in the towel. Why? Because you see life as a journey. Number two, if life is a journey, then a journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with the very first step. What does that mean? If you see life as a journey, it means whatever you want to do, you don't wait for the perfect time. You don't wait to get everything right. You have to start with whatever you have. Whatever you are, start with it. Let's say you want to become a content creator. You want to become somebody that will be globally recognized. You want to teach people, but you're like, hey, I need to buy this camera. I need to buy this microphone, because the bigger content creators, that is what you see them using. And so you're like, okay, I'm waiting. I'm gathering money. If I'm able to buy that, then I'll start doing it. No, start with your smartphone. Start with the device that you have. Start with anything, because a journey of 1,000 kilometers begin with the very first step. When you start with what you have, when you start with where you are now, you are polishing yourself. You are learning on the journey. And gradually, you will reach a point where you become perfect. You can then acquire the necessary gadgets, the necessary devices to make you to become a top-notch person throughout at the end of the day. If you see life as a journey, then that is what you are going to be living your life by. You start with the little you have, and you don't depend or wait for any right time. Then the third thing is that if life is a journey, then we are on different pathways. This is very crucial, because sometimes in life, people compare themselves negatively with others. What does that mean? It means that you see others who you started school with, you sat in the same class, you were taught by the same teacher, you grew up in the same community, or maybe you were raised in the same environment, but they are ahead of you, maybe by 20 times, maybe by 30 times. They are driving luxurious cars, wearing luxurious clothing, and they are living the best life. And you are like, what am I doing with my life? If you see life as a journey, then we are on different paths. Some people will go through a positive path. Some people will use various other paths. You don't know the path that someone is on. If you see someone on social media posting something, oh, this is my car, this is my house, you don't know the path that they passed on to get what they are showing to you. So you have to be patient, work hard, continue to be the best version of yourself, train yourself, be trustworthy, don't lie, let integrity lead you. When you continue to do that, because life is a journey, one day you will also reach that destination that you have always wanted. And guess what? When you reach there, you know that you have arrived, and it feels good, and you're able to celebrate it with the people that you love. If you see life as a journey, then it means that you'll be patient and persistent. It means that you will then begin the very first step, because you know it is a journey irrespective of what you have now, you will start anyway. And then number three, if you see life as a journey, then you will know that we are on a different pathways. So if someone has it today and I don't have it, no problem. I will also get mine one day. That is the second definition of life. Third, life is how you make it. What does that mean? You know, if life is how you make it, that means there are a couple of things that you need to understand. So again, I'm going to share with you 3 things that must guide you if you see life as how you make it. People with this mindset of life is how you make it behave in this certain manner, and that is how they become successful. Number 1 is that you are responsible for everything that happens around you. These people take responsibility of everything around them, because they know that life is how you make it. They don't blame their parents. They don't blame the government. They don't blame their teachers. They don't blame any institution. They don't blame any people around them. They take total responsibility of whatever happens to them. And if you want to become successful as an individual, one of the crucial things that you need to understand is to learn to take responsibility for your life, because life is how you make it. Whatever you do today, the result will happen tomorrow. If you are there blaming your parents that they didn't take care of you, blaming the government that government did not provide the enabling environment, blaming your teacher that your teacher did not teach you well, blaming people, you will be miserable and nothing good will happen to you. But if you see life as is how you make it, then you will take total responsibility. Number two, if life is how you make it, it means that you are conscious of your time. Now, if life is how you make it, one thing you need to understand is that time is the most precious commodity in the world. I've heard a lot of people say time is money, but may I suggest to you, time is more valuable than money. You can lose money and make it back easily. Money is printed, so money cannot be compared with time. The time you are using to watch this podcast or listen to this podcast, it's gone forever. You cannot make it back. When you lose money, you can make it back. But when you lose time, it's gone forever. People with the mindset that life is how you make it are very conscious of how they spend their time, what they spend their time on, what they listen to, the people they talk to, and that governs the way they make various decisions at the end of the day. And if you want to become successful, I can guarantee you, you have to be conscious of how you spend your time. And the third thing is that if life is how you make it, it means that you must be mindful of your environment. Listen carefully. You are the product of your environment. It has been stated that you are the average of the 5 people around you. So I want you to carry out an audit today. Sit down, write the name of the top 5 people you spend your week with. The top 5 people you spend from Monday to Sunday. Who are the top 5 people you spend your time with? Talk to either on phone or spend time with in person. Find out the top 5 of these people and look at their life. Examine them closely and find out whether any of them are living the life that you want to live. Find out whether you would want to trade places with any of these people, because the average of the 5 people you spend majority of your time with is who you are ultimately going to become. People who see life as how you make it are very mindful of their environment. So your environment is not just about the people around you. Your environment can also be your geographical location. That is why some people, they would have to change their physical environment, and when they do that, they become successful. And if you see life as how you make it, then you have to be mindful of your environment, you have to be mindful of your time, and you have to be conscious of the fact that you are responsible for everything around you. And the fourth definition generally that people give about life is what is destined to be. I must tell you that this is one of the dumbest definitions of life, because people with this kind of definition about life have a certain mindset that is not good. So what does that mean? 3 things. Number 1, people with the mindset that life is what is destined to be are entitled and think they have some privileges and must be treated or given certain opportunities even if they have not worked for it, because they say like, oh, life is destined to be, I am destined to be successful, I am destined to be this. So they are privileged, they are entitled, and if things don't happen in the way that they want it to happen in their opinion, then they become angry, they become stressful, then they begin to insult everybody else. That is the mindset. Number 2, people who say life is what is destined to be, they blame everyone around them for their own stupidity, because they never take any responsibility. They are like, life is destined to be. Yeah, if I'm destined to marry, I will marry. If I'm destined to give birth, I will give birth. If I'm destined to be rich, I will be rich. You have to understand that life is not always what is destined to be, okay? It is not. Then the third thing is that they always think their small effort must be hugely rewarded because these people are entitled. So when they do something small, they think that, yeah, because they are destined, because they are privileged, life should happen to them this way. But that is not what life is about. So the question then is, what is your definition about life? Is it a game? Is it a journey? Is it how you make it? Or it is what is destined to be? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.